Alright, what's up, everybody? It's the infamous Yash show here, and I want to show this real quick. This is crazy. Okay, so let's talk about Facebook for a second. My Facebook is Shalom Yashar Allah, okay? That's one of my Hebrew names that I go by. Peace to Israel is what that means. So I'm in this group called Proving the Reality of the Flood of the Bible. Okay. Um, this group is supposed to be a group that proves that the flood existed, and a lot of people try to use scriptures to prove it. But over the few months, it's been a lot of debate. People have been arguing about stupid topics that have nothing to do with anything. And look at this. This is something I posted about 30 minutes ago. It's a question. So I started off and I said, "What? Math has never been my favorite subject. I'm not good at math at all. Perhaps someone here can help me. I've been wanting to know for years the equation of God's time in comparison to ours." And that's a sincere question, okay? I really would like to know that. There is equation, okay? Some people know it. Um, if a and this is and I continue to go on with this. It says, "If a day with God is 1,000 years to us, and 1,000 years to us, only one day with God, how long was Moses with God in God's time? Please help me." So the scripture I'm referring to is Exodus 24:18. Moses went into the mount of the cloud and got him into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights, okay? You can reference that again in Acts chapter 7. There's all type of references throughout the Bible where Moses went up into the cloud. He was gone for 40 days, okay? That's a month in like 10 days, I believe. And right away, look at some of these comments, bro. Look at this. This guy here, it's not a literal math equation. It reads both. I mean, how is that not a literal equation? If it says, if the scriptures tell you that God is 1,000 years to us and 1,000 years to us one day, that's literally what it means. There's another scripture in the book of Psalms. It verifies the same. It says the same exact thing. 1,000 years to us is like a day to God. Okay, and eternity is like the shadow. It's like yesterday. It never happened. But there's no lie of the scriptures. The Bible tells you that there is no lie of the truth. Okay, I'm getting all these responses like you're not supposed to take that literally. Look, not math, allegory. It, it's just look at this. Look, Philip Roberts. I'm not sure that's literal. What do you mean? It's not literal. I'm just perplexed here because I asked a sincere question. I wanted to know. I mean, I still want to know. And I'm getting okay. Let's go to this one. It means what it says. A day with God will be like 1,000 years to you. I know that. So if Moses was with God 40 days, how long is that to God? It's not a hard question to understand, but all my responses I've gotten so far are not the answers I'm looking for. Okay? That's what I said. And this guy, he said it again. If you assume Jesus, see, look, he's avoiding the question, bro. If you assume Jesus and God to be the same, I can see how this would trip. First of all, he doesn't realize, this person right here, they don't realize that God in the very beginning, in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, that was Jesus Christ. That's not God the Father. That's what this guy does not understand. When the flood came, that was Jesus Christ that brought that flood. This is what this guy right here do not understand. So he's taking it to a whole other a conversation is turning left. It's just going somewhere else. He's avoiding the question. So I said, bro, let's just leave God and Christ out of this. Let's speak a simple math equation. If 1,000 days to me is just a day to you, and a day to you is 1,000 years to me, how long will 40 of my days be to you? And he hasn't responded to me. Okay, so here's this guy. He just responded 40,000 years times 40 times 1,000 equals 40,000. What the hell does that even mean? I mean, what? I'm not even, you know what? I'm not even going to respond to him, okay? Look at this guy. It also says the other way around. In example, 1,000 years to God is like a day to us. The phrase, the phrases together is just a way of saying that time is meaningless to God. I mean, again, I know that. I never said God is aging. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I agreed to him when he said time is meaningless. Time is meaningless to God, but it still has an equation. There's still a measurement. The scriptures tell you in Ecclesiasticus 18:10, as a drop of the water unto the sea and a gravel stone in a comparison of sand. That's just it's just saying you can't number the sand of the sea. You can't. No one on earth can do that. Nobody can sit here and count all the grains of sand. But I tell you who can. That's God. God can number those. So are the 1,000 years to the days of eternity. So it's speaking the same thing. Speaking the same thing of like forever. Foreverness goes on forever, and we can't count forever because it's forever. It doesn't stop. But God can count the days of eternity. The days of eternity. That means there's an equation. Okay? You don't know the mind of God. He's beyond our comprehension. He's been here before anything. So he said what? God established a 24-hour period on the first day of creation. A day is a day here on earth. The key to the verse is with God. So you would have to be with him, just like John version of thousands of years ahead of his time. Okay, so he's talking about in the very beginning when God created everything. Each day, a lot of people don't know this, but day 1, day 2, day 3, those are actually thousands of years that went by. Day 1, that was 1,000 years. Day 2, that was 1,000 years. Day 3, 1,000 years. I don't think this guy realizes that. I don't even know what he's talking about. Right? Why are you bringing up the creation of 24-hour period? That's not what was going on. It took 1,000 years for one day to pass. That was God's time. Okay, so parables with meaning. Let those with. He thinks that this is a parable, bro. When it says 1,000 years to us is a day to God, he thinks that's a parable. That's not a parable. That's crystal clear English. 1,000 years to us is a day to God. Okay, that's not a parable. That's literal meaning what it says. Okay. Michael Allenson. So God is aging because of what I said right here. When I quoted that scripture right here, 1,000 years is the days of eternity. So God is aging. Again, this guy right here. See, okay, I'm asking a real question, and nobody is taking my question serious. We will age in eternity? Did God age before the creation of time and space? Eternity is literally timeless existence. It means that's its meaning. Okay, I never said God is aging. I quoted a scripture in Ecclesiasticus. That was what I was trying to tell this guy, man. It's simply saying we can't count the numbers of the sand of the sea. It would take forever, but God can count the number. That's what I said earlier. That might not make sense to humans because we're talking about God. Okay, God does not have to make sense because he's God. Believe it or not, there is actually an equation to eternity. We don't know it, but God does. I'm not trying to debate or start a debate here. I'm not trying to argue or start a debate here. I just want to know if anybody can answer this one question. And so far, everyone wants to argue. It's very simple. If Moses was 40 days on the mountain, how long would that have been to God? I'm not good at math, but I'm guessing it would be a few seconds to him. Maybe 4 seconds at the most. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's around 4, maybe 5 seconds. That's it. Okay? Let's just skip the scripture for a minute. Someone equate this for me. So which is it? So which is it with God? Is a day like 1,000 years or 1,000 years to a day? The answer is God. This guy. The answer is to God is, oh my goodness. Whatever, dude. Like, he thinks I don't understand that. You think I don't know time is meaningless to God? He lives outside of time. Time does not exist around him. But he was still there for a certain period of time. See, that's what I'm saying. People can't understand that. People cannot understand that. There is an equation here, fellas. Why would it say that 1,000 years to us is one day with him? That right there, there's an equation to that. And look, I'm still getting these damn responses, man. Okay, here's one. This one might actually be a good response here. Shalem Laratish So, as a matter of math, I believe the answer you're looking for is Moses was with God for what? 109 years in God's time. No way. That's find how much of a year one day is. Moses was there 40 days. How much of that year was that? God's time being 1,000 of our time. However, I did this purely for the thought exercise to demonstrate how such an equation can be figured out. I do not believe that any of this has any significance whatsoever in reality or theology. Okay, so point 1095890 of a year. I don't even think that answers my question. I mean, if it does, it doesn't explain it the way I can understand it. Okay. Yeah, see, no one is really taking this serious, and I'm asking a sincere question, man. There was one lady that actually thought that I was mocking. Where is she at? I want to see that response where she said I was mocking. She was like, "Man, you're asking a question that you know you can't get the answer to. Where is she at, man?" I think she deleted her comment. Yeah, I think she deleted. I think it's right here. Yeah, look, you are asking question only God can answer. That's not true. Okay, you can find that equation out. I'm telling you. Don't frustrate yourself. Oh, I'm not frustrated. Trust me, the Lord, with the help of God, I'm gonna get that answer. I understand being curious, believe me, but it is just going to drive you nuts trying to explain things from God's perspective. Oh no, no. And this is amazing that I'm actually doing this right now because I mean, just look at how much people do not know about the scriptures, man. You got people quoting scriptures; they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Oh man, I I lost that one. No, that's not it. Oh my goodness me! I keep going back and it keeps. I'm trying to go back to the original. Is this it? All right. So yeah, I'm starting to think that. Okay, here it is. Yeah, she said that. She said Mary Carson said, "Look up the verse in the scripture that describes mockers. That's what you are doing while pretending you really want to know." And I do. What the hell are you talking about? I really want to know. This isn't mocking. She said no. Okay. All right. Well, to anybody on my channel, man, help me out here because I've been wanting to know this. I'm telling you, there is an answer. I know somebody who knows it, but it's like I said, it's a secret. And that's probably why I'm not getting this response from anybody because God don't want y'all to know, man. I'm gonna get it if the Lord will. If God willing, He'll give me that understanding. There is an equation. 40 days to us, there is a certain time period to God. That's like I'm telling you, it's like 5 or 6 seconds. That's it. That's how long Moses was with God. It might have seemed 40 days to us, but to him it was a few seconds, man. You 40 something years old. You've only been around for a couple minutes. All right, all right. That's it.